Hey guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here, and I'm actually here because I wanted to show you, and I'm actually in the process of doing these right now, so I wanted to show you how I'm folding them. Sorry. What I am actually doing is I have made my own of these. I don't use these that much anymore. I might buy like one little, this is our last little container, a big container, but basically all I do really is I buy these for Dennis to use. That's the only way I can get him to you know, clean his table off or clean something. And sometimes there's certain things that these work better because they're not as wet as these. So, sometimes I would still use these, but very rarely now. You could use like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 of these compared to one of these. And the thing about it is that what I like about these is that you can rinse it, reuse it, rinse it, reuse it, and a lot of times the stuff that you have on it stays on it for at least a couple of rinses, and then you can just go and get a new one. And the cool thing is that you're washing these and reusing them until you know they're no good anymore. I mean, how many times can they be reused? So this way you're not throwing money away anymore, which is really important. I mean, you want to throw away money, then these are the things to buy. I've been trying to just find different things to we're not just trying to save money, we're trying to save the planet, and we gotta do our part to do that. But saving money is a big thing. I mean, these are like, what, 5, 6, 7, depending on where you're going. 4. People might be like, what are you talking about? They're like $3.99 at certain places. Yeah, but you're only getting 35. This has 80 in here. But, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, at Walmart, they're probably like $5. But $5 is $5. $5 can go towards a gas tank. $5 could go towards savings. $5 could go towards feeding your child or feeding you. $5, I mean, there's just so many things that $5 could buy besides this. So if we cut this out of our diet. Now, the thing is, too, is like I said, I would buy these every once in a while. Like, I've been noticing, like with paper towels, I'm really trying to get to the point where we're not going to use paper towels anymore. Poor Dennis, he's probably always going to use paper towels because he's old school like that. But I notice if I don't use paper towels, then we don't use as many paper towels. So I'm trying to get, and I've noticed I've been using more paper towels than I could be. But when we're, you know, when we need one for our face or to wipe our hands off, I try to use a reusable towel now. I have ones for dinner or like when you're eating, so you're not, you know, you can clean off your hands and your face and you're not using a paper towel. And believe it or not, you're saving a lot of money every time you do that. So when we're thinking about, okay, towels. Now, these kinds of towels, like maybe not this particular ones, but ones that you use for like your hands, your face, your, you know, different parts of your body, they're gonna get stinky even after you wash them. So we're at that point. We go to the dollar store, we just buy dollar store ones. You buy 20 for $20 and you can have them for a couple years, and then you just go to the store and you buy them again. So every couple of years we probably just spend $20 on, $10 to $20 on, like, we're in the process of, we need to do that, and we're probably going to do that. I think that should be like our Christmas present this year, is just buying towels for Christmas. So anyways, enough talking. Let's show you what I wanted to do here. So I wanted to show you how I do this. I use one of these because these are really good. You can travel with these. I'm actually going over to my aunt's house and instead of using her paper towels, because obviously you'd have to spray use a sprayer and then spray things, and this way the spray is already on the towel and everything like that and ready to go. So, and when you open them, you just pull them out and you're good. I mean, literally. So I'm taking these with me. So, I wanted to show you how I fold these. I mean, you've seen that these already started, but I think you might get the gist after I fold a few. So I'm just going to fold this like this. It's just like when you fold, how wipes are folded, I think. And then you fold that like that. And then this one will come over this way. And then before you fold that one over, you gotta grab another towel. And then you do this like that. So I have done this before. I put this on camera. I did do a video, you know, and then I decided not to put it up because I said, well, you know what, let me just try it out and see if I even like it before I just tell people about it. But I absolutely love it. I love it to death. Like 1 or 2 of these are for the kitchen. The kitchen gets done so much quicker. So I really enjoy it. And these last so much longer. I try to be like, let's see, which one do I want? So, and I feel like you don't have to, yes, it does take a little bit of work to do these. If you're a mom or someone that doesn't want to have to do this very often, then have a ton of these all set up and ready to go. So you're doing it like once a month. And then get a wet bag. Get it so your wet bag is full, but when you wash, when you're getting ready, like, you obviously don't want these stuck in a wet bag for a long time. You're gonna want to wash them because you don't want to get mold on them. But I would say once a week, at least get them washed. But you don't necessarily have to put them right away in here, because that's what I do. Let me show you what I use. I have this right here because I use different ones for different things. I have some for the bathroom that, you know, when you go to the bathroom and you need a wipe for something, it's right there. And then I have other ones because you want your dry ones. So these are my dry ones. So I have dry ones that I have for the house. You can use it for really just about anything, drying the counter. If you needed to clean the oven, like the top of the oven, and you wanted to use the degreaser, these are the things I would use, not these. Just, you know, dusting, really anything, but actually these work really well for the dusting. But I like to have the dry ones. I like having wet ones now. And then you have ones that you have next to the toilets, and then you have ones that are next to the toilet. So I have all my different ones, but then I have them in this bag. So when I am done washing them, I put them in a bag like this. It's a mesh bag, and I put them all together. And then when this bag is full, or like you pick like at the beginning of the month, you say, okay, on this such and such day, I'm gonna put them together. You know, organize them, and, you know, you'll do your thing that you want, and you'll get them all together. So, you know, and then you can get like 3 or 4 cases and do 3 or 4 cases of these at the same time, instead of having to do one at a time, and then when that one's out, you know what I mean? And you can scatter them throughout the house, too. That's what's really cool about these. Like, you can just scatter them throughout the house. Get the kids to use them. You know, and the other cool thing is, too, like, if you, let's just say you're really into using these, but you run out and you don't feel like going to the store. Oh, yeah, I have these, by the way. You know what I mean? So if you want to just try this, you're not really sure if you want to do it, you try it out, you know? Go to the store, buy a couple of these. Oh, that's when you're done. Buy a couple of these. These are the best ones I use. You know, I've seen some stuff on Etsy and you can buy the ones on Etsy. They're like reusable washcloths, or, you know, what, not washcloths, but reusable wipes or whatever, napkins, different things like that. And I've been wondering about those, like if they, because these ones are not going to last me very long. But, okay, this one is not for that. And, yeah, I had a few of these little ones, so I'm just going to put them in these. And no, they're not going to really do much. So I'll just try them out. And, that will be good for like a little job. But, I mean, I really think that people are going to like them. But on Etsy, you could probably find like 12 for under, I'm going to say under $15. You could probably find 12 for $12. They're probably like $1 a piece. You got ones that I wouldn't recommend, ones that have the terry cloth. I mean, you can get the ones with the terry cloth, which is fine. I guess the ones with the terry cloth, it really depends on the person. How's that for an answer? There's just different things for different methods. I don't recommend the ones that had, a lot of people are making the, and it's a cool idea, but I really think it's going to scratch things up, are the little snaps. Because they have ones, but they're like $50, and they're the snaps, and you get 12, and it will go in a roll, and it looks just like paper towels. It's a really cool, neat idea, but I think that that it will scratch like your counter surface and stuff like that. So, you know, especially if you have an expensive counter surface, it's not for that. So, but you can get them unsnapped. So if you want to go the more expensive way, you can get those. But you can also just get regular napkin little things and do it the way I'm doing it, which is the cheap way. So now I'm going to put these in here. So the first time, what I did is I used this straight, and that was not a very good idea. So you get any type of, you know, this is the only thing I have in the house right now. I want to get something else. But you want to get anything that says antibacterial. You know, you want it to have an antibacterial. You don't want to put Windex in here. Like, Windex is not really going to help you. And what I did is I put it in a baby bottle. I diluted it. I put 2, I know there's stuff floating in here, but I don't see, I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. I might have to redo this. It's really, there's a lot of stuff floating in here. I'm thinking the baby bottle might have had crap in it. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like stuff floating in here. But see the color change in here? I might have to pause this and redo this real quick. But what you do is, what I did here is 2 ounces, but you can do about 2.5 to 3 ounces, and then the rest water. Yeah, I'm not gonna put this in here. There's too much yuckiness in here. I'm gonna have to dump this out and redo it. And then all you do is you just pour this along here. So just give me 1 second. I gotta fix this. So hold on 1 second. Okay guys, so I redid it. I think that was a good idea for me to dump it out. I think there was some stuff in the bottle that, so the stuff cleaned it out for me. So like I said, this is how dark this stuff is, and then I watered it down. And I might have to do another one, I'm not sure. But then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just carefully just pour a little bit in here. And I'm just going to try and pour it all over this stuff. Because you want it to go on everything. And you want it to go all the way to the bottom too. And in the middle. And on this side right here. And then really just soak the middle if you can. And then what you want to do is you got a little bit left. And what you want to do with so just touch it, because it's going to take a little while for it to soak into all of it. But what you're going to do is take about where it hasn't gotten into it yet and try and soak a little bit about, you know, try to get some of the ones that haven't gotten soaked yet, you know, and then try to press them up against each other. See if all of them really, you know, because I need to know if I need to put more wetness in there, or you can flip them over if you want. And you can take a little bit of water and just soak this if you wanted to, because water is not going to hurt you. See how I have a little bit of bubbles in here left? You can even fill this just a little bit with that stuff. But I don't really need any more soap. That thing, I feel it. It's greasy. I feel the soap. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and fill the rest of it back up. So just give me 1 second, because I really want you to see everything. 1 second. Okay guys, so I'm back. So now remember, I flipped it over. Now I have 5 ounces in here, but then I sprayed. That's all I did, was took a little bit of spray and sprayed it a couple times, like 5-6 times or whatever. So to give it just a little bit more, but I didn't want to pour any more in here. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pour on the bottom. And now the bottom ones are going to have liquid as well. Just to give it a little bit of more wetness. I mean, it's going to all seep to the bottom. And now I'm going to flip it back over. Because I didn't do too much. Now this one got a hair in the way. It's amazing how many hairs we have in this house, considering I don't have any hair on my head. But now we're just gonna try and pour some more liquid in these things, and then back into this one, because this water is gonna definitely seep into the bottom, especially when you squish them together. So I haven't had a problem with these. I mean, I've had these sit here for a month, and I think because it's in that stuff, like antibacterial stuff, it's this is the first time I'm mixing it with water, but I don't really think it's gonna have a problem with mold. We'll have to see, but I don't think so. I mean, you guys can ask help me out with that, but I think because it's mixed with the water. So now what I'm going to do is just take it like this, and now they're ready to go. Now some of them will dry out, which is okay, because all the stuff, I feel it on my hands, like that stuff that cleans things, it's on them now. That's why I was really trying to like put them on them, because now even if this is dry when I get it, all you gotta do, you stick it into a little bit of water, like run the water. I put it on cold. You can put it on warm. It doesn't matter what kind of water. I just run it under cold water because that's what we have, and in the kitchen. And I just put it under cold water to just kind of get it wet, and then I squeeze it all out, and I just go to town cleaning. It is so much better than these. I do a lot more work faster. If you want to dry it off after, you can, but you don't have to. But that's all I really had to tell you guys. So we're all set and ready to go for another batch, and we're going to take this with us. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Thanks guys.